Hi guys, thanks for joining my YouTube channel. Well guys, today's video we have a Huntsville resident who said she is close to the case, that she has inside information in regards to the situation regarding Martel and ARIONNE. She goes on to say that she knows a lawyer, and when she heard about the Martel and ARIONNE situation, she called upon her friend, whom is a lawyer, to do some digging. This person did some digging and notified her that it was not a family matter, a DV situation, that it was, they were arguing and it was a noise complaint. The police was called, and that both Martel and ARIONNE was taken down to the station and released about 3:50 a.m. Excuse me, 3:40 something, or 3:50 a.m. From the precinct. Again, she said both of them, not just Martel, okay, both of them were taking to the precinct. Not that they were arrested, but they were both taken from the home to the precinct. Now, Martel and ARIONNE does not live together. Martel has his own home. Why they didn't send him home, and let her stay there is one red flag, one question to this story. Who had ARIONNE's kid when she went to the precinct is another red flag to this story. Unless her sister is still living there, we don't have knowledge of that. We haven't heard that, here recently, but it could be so. Someone else could be in the house. But if she was sent down to the precinct, her kids would have been in DCF. Her kids would have been taken by, the Department of Children and Family and Services if there was no one else in the home. Now, if her sister or her mother or, another adult was in the home, I don't see why the kids, couldn't stay in the home. But we saw on the live that ARIONNE was at the house with Knox. We don't know if Paris was there. We're assuming she was there, but, we didn't see her in the live. So if she was taken to the precinct with no other adults in the home, if they both were taken, they would call CPS to take her kids out of the home. Okay, unless there was another adult present, being some, a relative, her sister, mother, someone. So perhaps if this story is true, allegedly, someone was there to care for the kids while ARIONNE and Martel went down to the station, where allegedly they were given a ticket, a dissertation, a citation to report back to the court to see a judge in this matter. If it was just a noise complaint, with them arguing, a family dispute, there were no bruises present. It didn't look like anybody was fighting as per this young lady, but who knows? Again, noise complaints, sometimes people get that from music. I'm sure it's handled different than, a family dispute or something of that nature. Normally, what I've seen is them, especially if you don't live together, uh, the person goes to their home, they send the person on their way, and the person that lives in the home stays. Now, if you live together, they may tell you to go take a walk, to go stay somewhere for the night, to separate you two. But going down to the station is a bit much. I've never seen it. But however, Huntsville may be different. May be different. So, guys, that's the information we have here. You'll hear from the young lady indicating what she knows about this case. So, thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
Do it 24 hours, but you will see a judge before you go home, for
Okay,
sure.
so guys, that's what we're talking about. We're debunking things. So the likelihood of Martell having been taken into custody for DV and or Arian and being released before, say, 6 p.m., it's not very likely. So we're
Valid.
debunking that portion of it. Fair to say?
That's fair to say, and that follows the law as well. Like I said, however, there are exceptions. So I will do my deepest, and I'll do my deepest. What am I saying? I'll do my damnness to find out the answer to that question for Martel specifically. But in any case, generally, if you get arrested, you're going to sit there for 24 hours if you're arrested for DV in the state of Alabama.
Okay. In my opinion, now this is where you come in because you heard something different. And I mean, you don't have to say names or anything. Are you comfortable enough saying where you heard it?
Yeah, I'm comfortable saying what I heard it.
Okay, so go ahead and let the people know what you heard specifically.
Okay. So, when this happened, luckily I'm in Alabama. I do have a few connections. Okay. So I called an attorney friend that I knew that studies and practices law in the Decatur area, which is really close to Huntsville. And I asked for her to do some digging. Upon her digging, she said that the complaint was not a DV complaint, it was a noise complaint. That he had been out at an event earlier that day, that night. Anyway, he got to her house. They had started arguing, fussing really loud. Police were called. They came out. They couldn't get them to calm down. They took them in as a calm down method, which sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they'll actually arrest you. So he's lucky that he didn't get arrested. What I was told was they were released at 3:49 a.m. With a citation, a death citation, to appear before a judge.
Do we know where they were taken into custody at?
They were taken in to. Let me get the information correctly.
I meant like where were they that they were together? Is the question?
No, they weren't together. Once you get taken in, it's a boy. From what I was told, it was a men's side and a women's side.
I'm asking where were they? Because you said allegedly Martel was at an event, and then at some point he and
they were at her house when the altercation took place. But they said it was after he was at an event at a hotel. I'm not for sure what hotel it was.
Where was Sheree?
From what I was told, Sheree is in. From what I was told, Sheree is in Georgia.
Singer with the foot pedal sewing these garments.
But from what I was told, it was not they didn't see any marks on neither one of them. It wasn't a DV case. It was almost like a really bad argument, and they was trying to get all parties calmed down. They can't actually leave you in a screaming match because they don't want somebody to get hurt. So from what I was told, this was what it was.